Hey guys, what's going on? Just wanted to share something that I've been working on a lot lately, because I think it really can help with the times where I think that we all go through it. At certain times where we feel a lot of self-doubt. We really doubt ourselves. We start to question ourselves. Whether we whether our dreams, our goals, our ambitions are possible for us, what we can or can't do. We start to doubt ourselves, whether we're good enough, whether we deserve to be doing, have what we want. And, it's, there's so much kind of advice, I guess, out there, talking about fake it till you make it. And, you got to want it badly enough and set bigger goals. And, you just need a stronger reason why, and, find your motivation, or, all this kind of stuff. And the problem is that it doesn't change the way we feel about ourselves. And because of that, a lot of times we're not doing the things that we know we need to do, and really self-doubt is one of those areas where, it's not just something that you just kind of, put on a mask and kind of, show this kind of positive front to the world, and hey, everything's great and wonderful and all that kind of stuff. Because, really it's, you can't deal with self-doubt like at a level of the conscious mind, right? It's really like driven deep in our subconsciousness, and it affects everything. It affects, what we believe about ourselves, what we think about ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, and it affects what we do, the actions we take, the things that we do or the things that we don't do. And when we doubt ourselves, we get filled with like all this fear. We start to fear things. We start to worry about things that a lot of times, things that haven't even happened yet, right? Worst case scenarios. What if this happens? What if that happens, right? We start to just kind of question who we are, right? What our place is in the world. And so it just creates so much uncertainty. And this is how a lot of times we end up living our days like this, where we're just kind of reacting to everything going on during our days without feeling any real sense of control or certainty, because really deep down, we're stuck with all this kind of self-doubt. And so, it's one of the things that I've been learning, some kind of a way, I guess, to kind of lessen that, to decrease self-doubt, so that, all those negative thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, like we can have at least more control over them, so they don't have such a negative effect on us. And one of the things really is looking at it the other way around. It's kind of like, okay, if we feel uncertain because we doubt ourselves a lot, we doubt what's possible and all this kind of stuff, we're questioning everything, then we have to find a way to create certainty, more certainty in our lives. Now, that's kind of, like odd to say it, I guess, because, you would think, well, life is unpredictable. We don't have control over, people, places, and things and events and circumstances that happen. And while that's true, there are other ways, though, and things that we can do to create more certainty. There are certain things that we can control, right? So one of the things that I've been working on doing and learning to do is to start creating kind of routines, right? So, something I had never done before was like creating a morning routine. And this has it's had a real big impact just, in a very short time, because, I would just get up in the morning and, it was kind of like I was at the mercy of the day. If I got an email, like I got a negative email or something bad happened or whatever, it was like, could just throw me into like fear and worry and doubt and stress and feeling overwhelmed, like, and just going into my day like that, or, if I was dreading doing something, or, something with work coming up, or, things like that could really just, set the whole kind of day into this negative kind of, put me, I guess, in a negative frame of mind, throughout my day, so instead it's been really just putting in like a morning routine, which now the interesting thing is, like, with a routine, when you get up and you kind of have, something that you do. So for a morning routine, it's like, Could be anything that where you just have something that is enjoyable to you, that is relaxing for you, that puts you in a really in a positive frame of mind to start your day. It's calming, relaxing, right? And something that you really enjoy, right? And and it's been huge because once we get a routine going and we consistently do it, what we're doing really right there is right, we're creating certainty, right? Because now we know how we're going to, at least how we're going to start our day. And by doing that and create that morning routine, it's like now you have a level of control, at least how you're going to begin your day. And you could begin your day in kind of in the mindset that you want, or in the mood that you want, with the feelings that you want to feel. And I'm telling you, it's just been kind of a completely different, it's had a whole different kind of effect on me, so where, to the point where, I start every day now feeling balanced, feeling calm, and just feeling really, really like in control about, my days. And there's all that, like the fears and stuff like that. I'm not going to say you're never going to be afraid of anything or worry about anything, but I can say that it's really, really significantly decreased all that stuff. So, all those anxieties and fears and worries and things like that and doubts have really significantly decreased, and so, and that's just coming off of doing like a morning routine, and then like looking throughout the rest of my day, like, I have other kind of areas where I could put certainty in. So, things like my workouts, I have my days structured. My workouts are structured. I know what days I'm working out. I know what times I'm working out. I know, what I'm doing, even like, meals and things like that. I mean, it sounds so kind of simple, but it's amazing. It's really not about what it is, like, oh, well, how's a workout going to change your self-doubt or lessen it? It has nothing to do with that. Like what the thing is, it has to do with the process of putting in kind of routines. The more that we can put in routines, the more we can predict, what's going to happen throughout our day. The more in control we feel, the more certainty we have, and the less we start to doubt ourselves, right? So it's just something that I wanted to share because, it's really had a significant impact on me. And, so if you're going through any of those times, even right now where you're really doubting yourself, or you're really kind of worried about, maybe not being where you're at, or wondering, if, your goals and hopes and dreams and ambitions are possible for you, or, if things are going to work out, if you're good enough, if you deserve this or that, right? And it just, I know what it feels like to have to live with that stuff constantly, thinking it, feeling it, and having it affect every area of your life, from, your relationships to your work day, to your happiness, to your health. It can affect every single area. So, if you're stuck in that kind of one of those times, in that dark place, I just wanted to share that as a way that, you can at least, try and implement this thing and see how it works for you. Create a little more certainty, and really by doing so, it really will start to lessen the doubt, that you feel. So that's all I wanted to share, and I hope that in some way helps. And I am going to take off and kind of get through the rest of my day. And it's got a nice day out here today, so I'm going to enjoy this. Anyway, you guys, I hope that helps. And if you have any comments or questions or whatever, let me know how it goes. Type it in below. And until next time, have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon.